Okay, I only have a little bit of time, but it's been just me and Vivi for a little while, so I haven't had much time to do videos. So I wanted to do another one, and this one's going to be so short, but it's just an idea that I had the other day, and I thought, oh, you know what? I think that's so true. And that's the idea that if you're watching other people, like usually we're watching videos on YouTube of aspirational people, right? People that have lifestyles we want to have or look like we want to look or, have what we want to have or whatever it is, that they are aspirational in some way, right? And I was thinking that if they don't also acknowledge the fully human part that's there in everybody that struggles and has bad days and doesn't look good all the time, and if they're not acknowledging that, then they're just an ass and not aspirational. And that's very judgmental, and it's meant really as a joke, but it's so apparent to me that the mind never rests, that we are never happy for very long when we are chasing after whatever we're chasing after, whether it's like, oh, I need to get a load of laundry done this morning, or I need to finish the book I'm writing, or I need to bring in my 10,000th client, or, whatever it is that's goal related, that the mind will get to that goal and possibly feel good while it's getting there because it has a mission. The mind needs to have a mission and, an endpoint, and then get to the endpoint. And then it's either, how do I keep this circumstance in my life? How do I not lose it? Or how do I get away from the one that I'm in? And this is really basic stuff, but I've just been in it a lot, and just noticing very clearly how the mind just never rests, And until we are in just a drop back into an awareness of this very second, this very moment, I just did it. Just this very, just now. That is the only place where there is the freedom that we're looking for and the contentment, and it's always there. We can always just drop right back into it, but that it really isn't anywhere else. And that doesn't mean that we shouldn't be doing those other things. Oh my gosh, we can have all kinds of inspirations and enjoy doing that. But it's just in the knowing that that is not the end point. That is not where it's at, so that we don't have these continually, okay, what now? What's next? I achieved this. What's next? What's next? It's just we're allowing the inspiration to live through us, and we are living it because we have these amazing bodies right now, and we can do that. And that's part of the fun of being alive, is living those inspirations and being in flow and doing. But if we mistakenly think that that is it, there's lots of sadness ahead. And if we understand, though, that now is it's just right here, there's so much contentment and peace and happiness and joy in that moment. And then our brain is like, how do I keep that moment? How do I stop from being out of the moment? I'm going to do this and this and this. And we can always do supportive practices. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. But just knowing it's just the simplicity of right here, I think, is everything. So I don't know if those two are really all that related, but being an ass and being aspirational, I think they are, actually, because if you're being an ass, you're just being the aspiration, right? You're not actually acknowledging what's truly happening, which is kind of manipulative and untruthful, right? Dishonest. I can sit up here and do my hair and do some makeup and have some good lighting. Not today, but and be that aspirational maybe person. But the truth of it is that, sometimes that's the case. And then sometimes I feel crappy and I forget that I forget that the point is now. And that happens all the time. But that's part, I think, of our human experience. And I just want to acknowledge the human experience and what a beautiful, broken thing it is in its perfection. And to, when possible, acknowledge and enjoy the brokenness rather than think there's something wrong or somewhere to get to. That just this moment is a beautiful thing. And to be allowed to be in this moment, in this gift of a thing we call a body, this thing we never earned, just to get to be here is what it is. So